Hey, welcome back, everybody, to our series on cultivating inner resources for challenging times. I'm really glad that you're here. So, all this week, we are focusing on all of the adaptations we're making, all the changes we're making in different aspects of our lives. And today, we are focusing on our changed relationship to our own minds. So, as always, the premise behind the series is that there's no guarantee we're going to get sick, but there is a guarantee that we're going to be facing change and uncertainty and all the feelings that go along with that. And part of keeping ourselves safe is cultivating these inner resources. They are equally as important as all of the external ones, hand washing and giving each other space. And it's those inner resources that will allow us to navigate this experience and emerge on the other side with a renewed body, mind, and spirit. So today we're focusing on our changed relationship to ourselves. Our theme is befriending the self. And as I read the reading today, just allow yourself to settle into the space, allow yourself to let the words settle into you however they need to. So our theme is befriending the self. So many of us are now alone with ourselves more than ever, without all of the usual distractions. And so Rumi's The Guest House is the reading that came to mind today, which is about our minds and how we can relate to them. So this is Rumi's The Guest House. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. So, one of the big changes in our lives these days is how much time we're spending with ourselves, without all of the normal distractions that we're used to. We've been brought into a more intimate relationship with our minds, and we may find ourselves much more aware of what's in there. And one thing we may find, as a friend of mine, Michael DiMaria, observes, one thing we may find is how challenging our own minds can be. That may be, in fact, one of the biggest and significant challenges we face in the weeks and months ahead after we've adjusted to all of the practical changes. We are adjusting to being with ourselves a lot more. And Rumi is encouraging us to have a friendlier relationship with the more challenging things that emerge in our minds. We're often used to just kind of moving past those parts, focusing on our work or our school or some project. But now these things can be much more present to us. And Rumi is encouraging us to invite them in, to see them as a welcoming guest. He's even suggesting that we might learn something by taking in and accepting hard thoughts and feelings. So he seems to be saying that by not getting caught up in them, in the narratives they provoke in us about who we want and don't want to be, by not getting caught up in them, we can see our feelings more clearly. We can see that they are not as threatening as perhaps we had assumed. And maybe they are friends to be welcomed. Maybe these parts of our minds can teach us more about ourselves and unlock potential that we have long kept hidden. That in embracing them, we actually become larger and not smaller, as we often assume. So Question for you today as you navigate these waters: what in you have you been pushing away until now? What in you have you been pushing away until now? And what in you is asking to be embraced? What in you is asking to be embraced? So, I'm wishing you luck out there. I hope you're taking care of yourselves and your hearts. And if you'd like, you can join us tomorrow for our focus on our changed relationship to how we take care of ourselves. Our theme will be welcoming support. And I look forward to seeing you then.